to my Bandon Dunes course vlog. I'm excited to share all the footage from the resort with you guys and gals that are watching. Here are all the tee shots from hole number 1 at Bandon Dunes from the group of guys I went on the trip with. It was a wonderful drive down from Portland to Eugene, and then Eugene to the resort through the trees. It's a beautiful drive. I recommend anybody looking to go to the resort to go. It's just an amazing resort. From getting to the resort, driving up to the main lodge, and just, I don't know, there's something about it that was so awesome. That's the only way I can describe it. But we had 8 people going on the trip, but only 7 can make it eventually. One of them had to back out last minute. But here's my tee ball on hole number 1 here at Bandon Dunes. As you can tell, it's super windy. As you can tell, I'm using the voiceover because of the wind. And the wind blew my camera over once on this front 9, so this is going to be part 1. Here we are on my approach shot. There's Scotty the caddy. He's double bagging it. You can see the yardage there. I just wasn't comfortable over this shot, and there you see the little topper, and it runs up the slope, and it got around the bunker, thankfully. You see me celebrating there. There's Captain Taylor climbing the hill, the slope to number 1 green. And here in a second, you'll see where my ball's at. There we are. So you see my leg there. I hurt my calf like 5.5 weeks before the trip. Thought I wasn't going to be able to go on the trip, but luckily it healed up good enough for me to be able to walk. And overall, we walked 40 miles on this trip. Here you are seeing the bump 9-iron, and there goes the camera. As the round went on, I figured it out how to set the camera up, lean it against the wind, and angle the camera where it was, level. Here we are with the par putt on number 1. Had a good look at it, just left the face open a little bit, and that's been my tendency. I don't stroke through it enough. But anyway, I'll take that bogey on the first hole after that topper second shot. Here's the walk to number 2, and I'm going to put these type of things in these videos. For one, it helps me have memories of it. 2, people that have been there, they can have memories of saying, oh, I remember that walk. And then for the people that haven't been there, you're able to see what to expect when you go. Sorry for, I don't have a gimbal. I'm not very good with those gimbals. I bought one, but I just don't care for them, so I try to hold it as steady as I can with the tripod. I use the stabilizer in the video editor. But here we are on number 2, 175 yards with a 6-iron. And I hit this one pretty good, pretty solid. You can see with the shot tracer, it's right at it. Here's the walk up to number 2 green. There's Marty in the blue. He's the owner of Falcon Lakes, where I play and where most of my videos are filmed at. So it was nice for him to come with us on this trip. It was good to get to know him. Here we are with the reveal for number 2 green and how much slope there is. If you do miss it, it will fall off. So here's the birdie putt. Scotty had just told me, make sure you hit this one, and here's the result. I didn't hit it. All right, I'll take the par there, move on to hole 3. And again, here's some reveal stuff that I just enjoy showing to you. And again, I'm watching this while I'm talking. I just reliving the images and the visions, and it's just, I don't know, there's something about this place that was pretty special. It met every expectation. We developed this trip for a 1.5 years, and it met every expectation. It's a well-oiled machine the way they run their resort. Here's number 3, reveal. All the bunkering. Par 5 here. There's the part of our group in front of us. Look at the clouds moving. I thought I left this right. I didn't want to hook this with the wind too much, but I held the face off a little bit and the wind took it left, and it turned out to be a good drive. And there we are again. The two caddies were double bagging. So on this approach shot, it's about 200 yards, and the ball was below my feet. You can see the pin there. It's kind of in front of the green, left of that bunker. And there you go, 200 yards, 22-degree hybrid, which is kind of like my 4-iron. And that ball below my feet, I just didn't finish the swing good enough. Didn't stay down and threw it and left it right. Luckily, the wind was blowing to the left, and it kept it from going in the gorse bushes. But here's what I have. Not a good leave. Look at that wind blow. So my thoughts here was just get this on the green somewhere and have a birdie putt at it. Oh, I wasn't trying to get it close. And especially out of the rough, this ball is not going to stop unless you throw it really high. And it was kind of a downhill lie. There's no way I was going to be able to throw that real high. So you'll see the result here in a second. There's the wooden rakes. Just wanted to reveal that bunker to you. And my ball is over on the other side of the green there. I have myself a birdie putt at it, but it's pretty long. There we are, fast walking. Scotty gave me a good read here. Here it comes in. All right, I'm pleased with just taking a par on that after getting out of position. And that's all you can hope in those situations, is try to secure that par when you're out of position. On to hole number 4, 362 yards. Here's the walk to it. I love those trees, so I wanted to show those. There's the gorse bushes. Do not touch those if you come to this resort. They're pretty sharp. Here we are walking up to the 4th tee box. There's Brian. Obviously in the afternoon it gets really windy there if anybody's done their research on this place, and we expected that, but our travel situation, we had to book this afternoon tee time for here because we weren't going to do 36 a day. We weren't going to put our bodies through that. We just wanted to take our time and enjoy the resort, be there for a decent length of time, 5 days of golf. So that was our decision as a group. Here, this hole is just deceiving to me. Really couldn't see the fairway off this tee with all the tall fescue. And I left this one out there because, again, I didn't want to hook this one with the wind and it'd have been gone. So I left it out there a little too much, and you're going to see the result here coming up on the dune there. Here's the reveal of what I got. And there's the ocean, man. Look at that. Beautiful. So Scotty wanted me to throw it to the right, let the wind bring it back, and just try to run it up on the green. You know, I'm out of position, ball's below my feet, and I kind of pulled that a little bit, and you'll see the result where it's at here. But here's the reveal coming down out of the dune. Look at that wind just blow, and the clouds, you can see the shadows. But just a beautiful, beautiful place. Look at that. There's the fellows in front of us, Joe, Doug, and Ryan. Look at his pants just blowing. Oh, Lord. Here's what I left myself. Another shot over the bunkers. You do not want to leave yourself those shots. So my thoughts here before Scotty came up to talk to me was just get it on the green and let it run up as close as I can to the pin. I knew it was going to release a lot, and there's not much you can do about it out of these tight lies. So he's showing me where to hit it. I think I put it too far back in my stance there, but I didn't want to skinny that thing and it runs off, on the other side of the green. But luckily I put it, and you're going to see here, Captain Nye's putt gives me a pretty good read on this. So there's Rich's putt, and you can see it breaking to the right with the wind and the slope at the end. Zooming in for you. And I'll be honest, I got away with that, hitting it a little too hard, but that's golf. You take those breaks. It would have been probably 5-6 feet by if it didn't go in the hole. But look at that. Just wanted to show everyone that, for myself, for the memories. There's the fellas. On to hole number 5, 400-yard directly into the wind. That's a beast of a hole today. Beautiful. Again, I'm trying to hold this camera as steady as I can to film this, but it's hard to do. All right, got a good drive here on number 5 over the little grass bunkers, if you want to call them that, the grass knobs. I like showing these people walking away. Good memories. You get to see the topography and just, again, the memories of it all. Hole number 5 approach. I think I was about 200 out. I was playing 230, we were calculating. So I went with the 3-wood. And I didn't square the face. And there she goes, up in the dune. So look where Brian was the most, I think, unluckiest when I played with him. He found himself in these predicaments probably, I'd say, 4 times. And that's about all you could do with it. But here's my ball. I did not go on the gorse bush, luckily. There's kind of the reveal of what I have. The pin there in the back right. And I put the camera in a spot right here to the side because to the back there was some bushes and I just couldn't get back there with the camera, and everyone else was doing their own thing, so they couldn't help record that. And that left leg, I stayed off that left leg, and luckily I cleared that bunker, and here's my putt for the par. All right, even though it wasn't on the green, I'll call that a 2-putt, so I'm happy with getting the bogey there and not doubling it. On to hole 6. Beautiful par 3. Look at that. Wow. So I started putting the tripod on the ground and then zooming in to try to help stabilize everything. But anyway, this was a brute of a hole into the wind. You saw the graphic there, and I hit a good one. All right, there's the fellas. So on this, leaving the tee box on 6, the caddies, you can see Brian walking up to the right. They told us to go up here and look back at hole number 5. And so wait till you see this reveal from hole number 5. I think it's probably one of the most beautiful sights on the whole resort. Wow, look at that. So anyway, thought I'd share that with you. There's my putt coming up for birdie. So what's hard with the caddies is they give you some great reads, but you also want to try to trust your own instincts. And there was just times that, 1, filming, 2, like I said, you have someone else talking to you and telling you. It's just hard to completely get engaged with what they're telling you at times. But it's a great experience to have the caddies. They do help you, so please get a caddy when you go. But for me, with the filming, trying to play golf and play, as good as I can, because that's just what you do. And Also, you know, have a relationship with the caddy to where, you know, you guys can work together. It's a great experience, but those are the negatives if I was to tell you anything. So on this hole, you can't see the fairway there, but they were saying aim at that left side of the fairway and just let the wind bring it back. And so I did, and the guys before me hit one on similar lines, but you'll see where my ball ends up here after I show you this reveal coming up the path. But that wind took it all the way across, pretty much like Scotty said, the caddy, 100-yard wide fairway. And you'll see it here in a second. All right, there's the approach to 7. And if you miss this green, you're falling off these slopes. So you got to make sure you take enough club. And I think I took a 7-iron here from like 140. And it still wasn't enough, as you'll see when we get up here. I didn't strike it that well either, but, you know, I got up above that slope here that I'm walking up. And again, with my calf muscle, it didn't hurt. It just wasn't strong like it should be. But luckily I was able to come on the trip with the fellas and get this footage for everyone and share it with all the people that follow me as well as people that come across my channel. So Scotty gave me a good read here, and I just did not hit it. Oh well. See, I'm laughing because everyone I think was calling me Sally or something like that. But on to hole number 8. This, to me, visually off the tee, was one of my favorite holes on Bandon Dunes, especially for an inland hole. Probably because you'll see here in a second with the bunkering. And here, I just want to take that shot so you can see the mountains way back there, and then the lodge. But there's the bunkering. I don't know, there's just something about this hole that was pleasing in my eye, and that's probably what it was. Look at the clouds just moving. Love it. This was my best drive of the so far on that side, I felt. I think I'm about 50 yards out maybe. We'll see 50 yards there. 9-iron bump. That's what Scotty suggested. Just run it back there as far as I can. And again, this is the first round, so it's kind of hard to gauge how to do this. We practiced a little bit over at the practice center, but we didn't have much time to do it, maybe an hour. So I hit a pretty decent one here. Scotty got the ball out from the bag and wanted to try it as well. He's got a good action here, but he just didn't hit it hard enough. I'd like to see him play, see how good of a player he is. And here's Brian over by the gorse bush. Strike 1. But he got that one going. All right. This is for birdie. There's Pacific Dunes clubhouse in the background. And it's tracking. All right. Good read by Scotty. Pound to Rich. Camera bag. On to hole number 9. So I birdied 8. And on to 9, as you saw, it's a par 5, and it's downwind. I'm thinking, okay, try to get back-to-back birdies here. And, just got to hit a good drive first. So Scotty gave me the line there. It was off those flags, I believe, that were near the clubhouse. And I hit another good drive. So I was pleased with those back-to-back drives. Just wanted to show everyone this bunker. How beautiful, just the setting. And then here's what I got. So I'm down in that drainage area, and I just didn't feel comfortable with the stance, with the leg. And you can see the flags in the front part of the green, that front left. And Scotty was, I think we were saying, there you go, 180. And he said 9-iron, if it hits short, it's going to run. So, again, it's hard to trust that. But anyway, again, I talked to you about the stance down on this hole. It's kind of, I got to get to that left side, and I was struggling doing that early on in this round. And I didn't do it good enough there, pulled up and out of it. But this ball runs all the way to the back of the green. Now, you're not going to see that on the next shot because there was a recording error. But this is where my bump and run ends up, and it was probably like a 40-yard shot. That's where it ended up. So this is my putt for birdie. And I pulled it a smidge. You see it break back, and I just pulled it a smidge. Scotty, you read it right. But anyway, thanks for watching part 1 of the Bandon Dunes course vlog. I was overall pleased with the score for not playing golf for a good month, probably with the injury. But thanks for watching. Got my nice little graphic there with PTSD awareness, and that's what this channel is about. Please be self-aware. It's for my first responder brother and sisters.